right now.
Oh, is you feeling insecure?
Oh, beloved. I'm just like
Okay,
I'm just
so
in bed.
click on
Oh,
that.
you just gotta
So this is kind of what I was thinking. Is like we'll have, um, I can hold on. Let me
click on a link or something.
yeah, click on the
Did you
link
just...
in the chat.
Okie dokie.
So basically, I'm gonna have it. Hold on, it's gonna look kind of goofy right now until I get this right. Oh wait, did I? Wait, maybe I did this right. No, I didn't do it right. Let me make sure I'm doing. Okay, it'll just catch that. So, like, kind of what I was thinking was, so like we'll have the, like, just the background here. We'll have a window for the Google Hangouts, and then like a window like where I'll play just like a YouTube video on mute of like whatever we're talking about.
All right, so am I looking at that? Oh, now I see it.
Yeah.
It'll probably be smarter if we just have our own dynamic stuff up instead of having a YouTube vid up. Because let's say that we want to put it on YouTube as well instead of doing double work, you know. Or
Yeah.
we can, or if anything, we can try to minimize. We can. I'm not sure who's willing to do all this editing, but
Hold on. I didn't know what I was hearing. Oh, I was hearing us play and.
Oh yeah, yeah. Here you gotta mute. You gotta mute.
Yeah. Okay, so keep going, Twan.
I was saying that we could put. You remember when we did the Samurai Jack episodes or whatever, or not the Samurai Jack episodes, but the One Punch when we did the review for One Punch Man of the best of on.
Yeah.
All right, so like that, but if anything, you might want to put like in like one of the corners and edit it down so we don't break any copyright issues.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can
like.
Right.
Issue being is that instead of doing double work, the way I'm looking at it is that we can record it, Twitch, have it live, and then put it on. So YouTube has the live feature now, so you know they always have that up.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you could just shut this off, and then like you could do even like, oops, wrong button.
Because if there's multiple people doing this, we'll be able to go ahead and be on live on different platforms simultaneously. So not only just on Twitch, but also on YouTube and also on, whether it be Facebook or even other thing I was trying to see what we can do is try to get on Stitcher. I'm not sure about that, but
oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I don't know. So you're saying like instead of putting it on Twitch, like put it up to YouTube?
No. All right. So what I was saying is that we could put it onto Twitch as well. Let's, for instance, say that me, you, and Chris are all doing it, right?
Okay.
Chris can upload it. He can upload it to Twitch. You can upload it to YouTube. While we're all doing it simultaneously.
I see what you're saying. Like,
yeah, I mean,
you like time. Yeah, but like, but there's no like we wouldn't want to upload it to Twitch, right? Because like, it sounds like we're going to be using Twitch to stream.
Well, we can upload it to Twitch because we can still upload it to Twitch because we still want to get a wider audience aside from prep time.
Oh, I get what you're saying now. So like one person on their end will be doing the Twitch stream, and the other person on their end will be doing the YouTube stream. Now I get it.
Yeah, because I mean, like leaving something like this up doesn't. I mean, it's you could just have it be like this,
Yeah, no, I'm fine with what I'm seeing on the screen right now.
Because I mean,
I guess the only question was, the episode itself. Like I know there's a fair use aspect of it there. But what we can do is, like, I can do, and what I did for the best of for One Punch Man review is I just did like stills, and I had them stills in the background, like just going in on a loop or whatever of whatever the subject matter was. So like I just had pictures of One Punch Man in the episode and it was just still frames and not actual video, because like that's usually the trigger.
Yeah. I mean, you could do that. It's just
I know like a lot of people.
Like when I watch the people do reviews of like Dragon Ball Super, like they just have it shrunk down to like this like very super teen, like it would be like this, and then it doesn't seem to bother anybody.
Yeah, I think I know what it is. I think it's because when they have the video so small and there's other video, like whatever the video recognition software that they use on YouTube, it doesn't capture it. I guess what I'm saying is ultimately I'm fine with it. It's just like if we get a YouTube strike, we have to fight it, and like it's just like a huge ordeal every single time. But again, I'm not opposed to trying it. Like if we get a YouTube strike, we'll.
Like Twitch only flags music and sounds. Like if you play like music over like your Twitch stream, they come after you with that.
That's not copy because copyright issues and stuff like that.
Right, but I mean like that's what I was saying. Like if we have just like it doesn't have to be like huge, but I'm saying like rather than just staring at like the Namek podcast in the chat and like us, like maybe just have a little something. Just that's why I'm not saying like play the whole episode. Like just put on like I just had the preview for whatever anime we're talking about, just like the trailer.
Right.
And then because that's simple. That you can just
reverse it, speed it up, and
yeah.
Okay.
Or just try. I mean, what I'm saying, like this, what I'm suggesting is just be like a supplemental thing. Like do what you're normally gonna do, but like we can just stream it. Like just like, well, there we go.
I'm with it.
And then maybe try uploading one to YouTube and see if it happens. But then if it happens, who cares? Because you'll have other copies of it. Like I'll upload it to mine and see what just happens.
Right. I see what you mean.
Yeah, because it'll just be. I'm just saying, just as another, and then like as another thing, you can just send people a link to this and just be like, oh here, watch it. Or the cool thing would be if people actually are in the live chat, talking. With us or about it, whatever.
Right.
So I don't know. That's just my idea. Like,
no, I like that too because then we can actually interact with people.
Right.
It's kind of like the thing that the reason why we go live in Facebook sometimes when we do some of the Namek podcasts because we're trying to get that same effect. Mm-hmm. But I feel like we're doing it the hard way, whereas this might be a more simplistic solution to the whole problem.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, this seems to work for me. So, Twan, like, I guess we'll still be doing it through Google Hangout, so that doesn't change much for you. All right, good. So then you'll still be able to rock out. So then I guess let's plan for this to be next week as our format, and we'll be doing we can do it on Monday or Tuesday as long as you guys are available.
Can you guys record the audio on Google Hangouts?
I can.
Okay.
Well,
why don't you just do it as you normally do it, and then I'll just stream it, and then we'll just see how it works. And if it works out, then if it doesn't work out on my end, well, whatever. We'll just we'll have the episode still.
Right.
If you guys do it on Monday around like 8:30.
Yeah.
That's
8:30 your time, meaning 7:30 our time.
Okay. Yeah, that because for me, mostly because on Mondays I pick up my daughter and stuff like that. But then Tuesday can happen, but it's like it's always something on a Tuesday that like fucks something up. So
Right. Well, I mean, like that's what I was saying. Well, we're planning on switching to Mondays anyway because it seems like Monday works best for everybody.
sounds cool.
So, all right. So then we'll just plan. And then Thomas said that whenever his gig situation kind of like works itself out, he'll have Mondays off. So he said we can go later on Mondays anyway. So that's why the whole time frame thing kind of works out for us too.
Actually, you know what? You know another thing we could do too. Like, are you looking at the stream right now, Paul?
Yes, I.
Like underneath the picture, maybe maybe I can make like a little like the rating system or something, and just post like the, you know what I mean? So because I mean,
on the left there, I see there's like little things that says hello, what's
yeah,
up.
that's the chat. So like when people are talking in the chat.
Did Chris die?
No, what?
No, I think he's typing something.
Yeah, I'm just typing something. Yeah, so like it'll update with people talking. If you see that.
Oh, so
that's like the chat.
Yo, did that work? Wait, I gotta log in. Duh.
Oh. Yeah, because you can so people will be talking in the chat over here, and then we'll have the Google Hangout thing here, and then up top is just a little viewer count, and then just I don't know what this blank space needs to be something. I don't know what it should be either. Just like like maybe like a little like pamphlet sized thing of like the rating system, or that we put up. I don't know.
What did I do wrong? Oh, I know. I see. Give me a second. Yeah, I gotta figure out what our thing is, because it's not recognizing it.
For the
yeah, it's in Google Drive too. Speaking of which, I need to add you there.
Oh, is it?
What are we doing going forward?
So, like, I say what you say, Twan.
Instead of the movies, what are we doing going forward?
I'm assuming you just asked about, because I only partially heard you. But yeah, I can hear you now.
I was asking, since are we continuing our plan on like revealing like our movie list, or what's up?
Well, I mean, we can do the movie list, but I kind of like the idea of like just doing a question, like a fan question each week. Yeah. Instead.
If anything, that might be better. So people have to dedicate too much time during the week.
Right, because like it's easier, and I was telling Preston this before. It's as much. No, come here. Sit down. It's under bed. It's much right. This freaking dog. It's much easier to watch 3 20-minute episodes each week than it is to watch that and an hour and a half to 2 hour movie. So I'm content with just watching 3 episodes and then answering the question. Hopefully, if the questions are kind of like the one we got asked from Quentin, because we got a bunch of them in the email still that we haven't answered. And then hopefully with the live stream, we'll start getting more questions that we can answer.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Also, my stream. Also, my stream set up for whenever anybody does anything, like if anybody follows or anything, it's a bunch of JoJo stuff. So
nice.
So it'll be like, where's the test button? It's like if someone follows, it does this.
Oh no!
My subscription.
Oh. Nice.
Someone gives money.
This is a test donation for $1.
Have we looked into doing a Patreon?
Yeah, we I set one up. I mean, I started an account. I haven't done anything with it. Because we never, remember we were supposed to have a meeting and nobody could make themselves available?
Remember that, but I'll take you.
If you ever do want to do work on like stuff like that for your whatever, whenever you're doing the Namek actual thing, there's a website that I have all this stuff on that I got it all set up through. It's called Streamlabs.
Mm-hmm.
And like on my page, I'm not looking at my actual page, but like you can just take donations, and when you take a donation, like it alerts the stream and all that kind of stuff. And it goes straight to like whatever PayPal you have, or
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we have a Prep Time Productions PayPal kind of setup, so
Yeah, this thing, I'll send a link to it, but like that's usually like they have a bunch of different like widgets and easy ways to spice up the stream.
right.
I don't know. Maybe we can think of like things to offer, for donations. Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, we got to come up with some. So like, maybe we can touch base with Chris, because Chris and them offer things on their Patreon.
it's like I was gonna say, like maybe we can offer like an analysis of a certain character or a certain anime that we can probably do, depending on like, if we had like, if Paula was still if Paula's still with us or whatever, if she's like up for it, maybe like draw like, I don't know, of a character or something. I don't know.
No, I get what you're saying, but like,
maybe like
I guess what I want to do is just take a look at other people's Patreons and see what kind of like unique things they're offering, that are kind of like inexpensive for us to do, so that we can make it
from what I see. From what I see with a lot of people, they do things like they'll go ahead and like when the video ends, they'll like or whatever saying how like this person supported, if that like a loot box or some shit like that or whatever.
Yeah, shout outs
or give them promo code. Give them promos to things that they have advertisements for, but it all depends on, how far their reach is, kind of thing.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, all right, so then it sounds like we have a plan for next week, but let's talk about what we're watching now. So, and then I want to talk a little. Are you caught up on Made in Abyss, Twan?
No, I'm not.
What, you know where you left off at?
No, I do not. I really don't know. I've been like, kind of like involved with fucking Game of Thrones that I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing with a lot of things right now.
Oh yeah, you and like Joe decided you guys were gonna binge in a week, and now you're already deciding that you know what's best for seasons wise. This man all right, seasons 1 through 6, and rated them already.
I'm already like
after a week
looking at it. Like I've already finished season 5. I only rated season 5. I didn't rate things. I'm starting to see as I'm going through it. Like I'm just noticing a pattern, and it's a good show. I don't think that it's bad. I just think that I don't think that.
I think you ranked. I think you ranked season 2 too low. Also, I feel like seasons 4, maybe the end of 3 and the beginning. No, I think it's 4. Where is season 4's? Do you watch Game of Thrones, Preston?
No, like I've watched the first 3 episodes. McHenry has made me watch the first like 3 episodes like I've maybe seen him like 3 times, but like I've never just gotten off the ground with it.
Well, I was gonna say like season 4 is like the bad Khaleesi season, in my opinion. So like, I think that's the one where she's like, she goes to Slaver's Bay.
Yeah,
I think so.
that
Yeah,
was the-
at either rate. Yeah, like there's two really like so season 1. Oh, actually, maybe you're right. Season 2 might be really bad because like basically, Khaleesi goes from being like my favorite character next to Tyrion, second to Tyrion in season 1 to being like my least favorite character over the course of the next few seasons, and it's like she's like a petulant child at some point. So, but like you're in the season. You said you just finished season 5.
I just finished season 5. I'm on to season 6 now.
Okay. All right. Well, much is to happen. So
I'm sure. Like, so like as I said about season 2, there is a lot of things because I feel like one, it's the follow up of the big finale of season 1.
uh-huh.
I feel like they don't follow up well in terms of that. I also feel like there is no other strong performance that you might get. Maybe Joffrey, but it's Joffrey's rise into his kingship rather than what we get apex of his like his fucking like of his character, you know.
So, well, how do you feel about Ramsay? How do you feel about Littlefinger? How do you feel about
Littlefinger?
Jon Snow?
Littlefinger's my favorite character of the series right now.
Yeah, he was for a long time for me too. But I'm sorry, he was one of my sleepers rather.
Like I've grown, like I'm just watching how meticulous he is, and it's like really, really impressive. I'm not really feeling Jon Snow, all because. So my problem with Jon Snow is, I get like in one, and I don't feel like his story investment to me to make him the chosen.
I don't know. I really feel like they did a lot with Jon.
Oh.
Took Jon from everything he knows. Well, one thing. Wait a minute. Let's not get too deep into it because person has not watched it.
I don't. So, no, it's fine. I'm just listening to it because I'm like, what?
But we're like, oh man.
How can I say this? Right? Let me just say this. From season 1, was he important?
In season 1, other than the fact that
was he important?
Other than the fact that he's a bastard, no.
Okay. Season 2, was he important?
Yeah, I think that he becomes important in season 2.
That he becomes important just yet. I think that the story of where he's at becomes important, but I don't think Jon Snow, the character, becomes important just yet.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. You said that they made him the chosen one, and I'm saying that they took him through things before they get to this whole chosen one thing.
But I'm also looking at the other characters. If he did, like again, I'm looking at the other characters in the midst of this. Like I'm looking at, like, not for nothing, Baratheon was the best goddamn character ever created on that show.
Who? Robert Baratheon?
Baratheon was that nigga. Knowing what nobody said. That's something I'm like, that's complete bias, whatever. I'm telling everybody, Robert Baratheon.
I mean, I like the character too, but like also, did you notice that Jon is the most like Ned out of all his kids?
Yes and no, but I also think that Rob. So here's the thing: I think that Rob wanted to be Ned.
He did, but I don't think he embodied Ned like Jon does.
So there's my issue. I feel like that comes into play. The whole notion of it doesn't think he embodies Ned until like.
See, I don't agree. I feel like all the Night's Watch stuff is all Ned.
Nah, I just don't see it, dude. Like,
because like his whole duty bound aura and personality is basically Ned. Like he's Ned without trying to be Ned, whereas Rob is trying to emulate Ned.
How about this? From what we know about Ned, even Ned will stay against others, but he will never go against honor. He will never go against being loyal. He will never go against honor. If anything, he is to go against honor.
Yep. But I don't think that John goes against honor.
He broke his fucking vow, dude. The fuck you mean? That's like the ultimate.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm saying but that's not his honor though. His vow wasn't his honor. His honor was like, okay, to people basically. He's just like, and that's basically that's the Ned in him. The Ned in him is like, okay.
If we're talking about the loyalty factor, then I can agree.
Yeah. But anyway, I digress. Like I said, I didn't want to get too deep off into it. We can talk about this between me and you later on. Made in Abyss. Did you make it to Ozon yet, Quan?
I want to be honest, bro. I gotta rewatch everything just so I know what we're talking about because I really just in my head about anything.
All right.
Did you? I really. I think Ozon was like a really like. At first I didn't know like how cool the character was, and then I was like, oh shit, like this, like when she put on that like armor, like that artifact armor stuff. I was like, man, this is a fucking cool ass fucking character design. Like I
really like.
And I like when they're alluding to all these like crazy ass white whistles who are like in the abyss just being fucking mini bosses and running around. Like I thought that was fucking awesome.
So that's the only thing that I kind of question because I'm like, all right, so the abyss is so difficult, but then like people are just chilling down there and remaining in it.
I think yeah, but I think that's why. But like I think these are just like I think all the white whistles are just like these extraordinary people. Like, because even Ozon, they were just like, yeah, she just fucking lifted this giant cube and carried it fucking... Like, they're just like these, like, just almost like meta-human people who are, like, augmented by relics, I think. I think that's what they kind of implied, at least that's what I got from it.
Oh. Okay, I never gathered that much from it.
Yeah, that's what I kind of got from it, because, like, when she was, like, stomping on him, she was like, oh, you're not, like, crushed, so...
She's like, I'm impressed.
Yeah, like, and she looked like she just like fuck up. And then I don't know, like when I saw I thought that character design where she has like the giant hat and stuff. I don't know, for some reason I just was like, wow, I'm getting all these like Avatar Last Airbender feels from like I don't know, just her character, and like kind of showing like her mom, and like I don't know, like I thought it was all just really cool shit.
I really like Ozon.
Yeah.
Normally I don't like these type of characters, but she was very interesting to me. Also the dynamic that they had with what's the other girl's name? Her mom's name?
Something the Indomitable. I keep forgetting her first name.
Man, that episode 10, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that fucking scene was just like, you know what's funny? I'll have to link it to you. Like there's you know, there's people who are watching, you know, there's doing reaction videos to it, and someone made like a compilation one, and it's just a bunch of dudes just like with their hands over their mouths being like, oh my god. It's really funny. They're all just like, oh shit. Like
it's perfect.
Because I watched it with Paula and we were just like, holy shit, like what the fuck is this?
When I was watching, you definitely got to catch up on it because, well, one, Ozon is a beast. Two, like they make it down to like the fourth level, and shit gets real. And like, man, but so I really like.
I think that comment. I can't remember what he said, but he was like, "What?" He was like, "You mean pluck and good luck, pluck and a good outlook won't get you through the." Doesn't get you through
Right.
the abyss.
Right. It doesn't work that way. But Reg is really like um, one of my favorite incarnations of Mega Man ever. Um,
I like the rules that are now set for the Mega Beam, where like it pretty much
10
kill
minutes,
it
two
kill
hours.
yeah, it pretty much kills whoever the fuck it kills, and then after 10 minutes he's gonna pass out, and then he's out for 2 hours. Like I think that's cool. Like
I like the weapon that they have received too. That was from her mom.
oh, the like exploding pickaxe thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. Except for that one beach was like, yeah, I ain't having none of this shit.
Yeah,
This
he's
shit
just
fuck out of here.
and that's cool that they just found like a random beast who was smart enough to be like, yeah, I see that you need this.
Oh, but are going back to the beam though? I like that it's very powerful, but at the same time, he has the drawbacks that he has
Hmm.
because it doesn't make it like, oh, everything's gonna be cakewalk for you, Mister Mega Buster Arm. You know,
Yeah.
like you gotta think of how you're gonna do this craftily.
Yeah.
In that way, it kind of reminds me a little bit of you know how on the original JoJo um, anime before they redid it all,
Hmm.
just like the one that ends up. I mean, they end up covering it when they rebooted the series, but I mean, the original series, whatever that season is,
Okay.
um, when every episode JoJo had to find a unique way to solve the problem against whoever he was fighting in their stand.
Right.
Like that's what it's like with Reg. Reg is like, okay, I got this super cool power and
Hmm.
it's really strong, but
Yeah.
if I use it, old girl Rico is gonna be like fucked because she's Sakura low key.
She's yeah, she's pretty useless. I think that was actually kind of bothering Paul that she's like so useless, but I was like, well, like
It bothers me too.
I mean, I don't
I
know.
don't like because
Although
Paula hates useless female characters, and so do I.
but I mean like, you know what? I have a feeling though that like I feel like this is going to be one of those characters where by the end of it, like she's going to be like, okay, like just battle
She'll
worn.
level up.
Yeah, like fucking battle worn from running around in the abyss for
What you say, Twan?
How many episodes is this slated for?
Oh yeah, that was the question I was going to ask you too. How many episodes is this season supposed to have? Tell me more than 12.
I hope it's more than 12.
Because like in 2 more episodes, I can't imagine that I'll be satisfied with this as being just a single season.
Right.
I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna come back and watch it. Although I wouldn't be surprised if they only did 12 episodes because the animation on this is pretty fucking ridiculous. It's really good. So I can't imagine them keeping that up for 26 episodes or 24. So if they do,
Have you guys been watching Kakagiri?
The gambling one, right?
oh
Yeah.
yeah, I watched the first episode.
I fucking love this.
Yeah,
Man, I agree with what
I love
I
the
agree with My Mother's Basement. It's not a good gambling anime.
You know what though? Like I think at some point okay, I think you're right. However, like at some point it's not about the gambling aspect, it's just about the thrill
Spectacle.
and just being the thrill of gambling and the like just the
I
insanity.
don't think that's actually. So
I
I'm
don't,
so,
so
watch my Twan. When you get a second, go to My Mother's Basement YouTube channel and watch his video about why this is not a good gambling. He even takes on that point that you just made, Preston, where he said it's not only is it not a good gambling anime, it's not even good. It's not even about just like the sport of gambling, but it's not even good about the thrill aspect of it because
I disagree with that. Like
no, I agree with you on one point. I agree with you on one point. It is entertaining because the spectacle of it. That is the only thing that I agree with. The thrill part doesn't make sense because there are no stakes involved here. And because there are no stakes involved,
There are
Uh,
stakes.
no, there are not stakes involved.
Yeah, but
Like,
when they're loading up bullets and guns and playing Russian roulette and shit.
There is stakes
yeah,
involved.
I
Like
mean,
there is
okay,
like an actual class system of like the whole, you know, you'll run my life for like the next for my future type
except
shit.
for the main character. I'm saying for the main character, there's no stakes involved for her. There's stakes involved for other people who don't really you don't give a fuck about. Like the whole point of it, like for instance, the one he compared it against, which I agree. He compared it against a couple of them. He used one outs. He used Kaiji and Akage. Like those are really good gambling anime because the main character has something at stake in there.
So
In
Senate,
this in this in this anime, the chick, she's like infinitely rich, so she's never really going to be anybody's bitch. She's never really going to be anybody's like subordinate. She's never really going to be at their whim because she's always got like infinite funds to take care of this shit.
so I can see that, but I also look at the fact of so I also look at one too good of a gambler. I think that's the one issue. If that's because I feel like if they didn't make her as such a good of a gambler, then you would feel the stakes even if she was loaded, even if she had an absorbent amount of wealth that she
Yeah,
had.
but you would have to. But all right, but like losing only matters if when you lose, it changes you, or it'll change your life, and that's what the point he was making is just like when Kaiji was putting his life on the line, it was basically, hey, either I win this or I'm about to lose my fingers, or either I win this or I may fall from this building and to my death. Like there was something at stake there for him. I haven't reached the episode where she's like loading bullets and they're like doing like some type of Russian roulette type deal, but if I, that might make it more interesting. I'll give you my opinion again after I've encountered one of those episodes. But as it stands, just based off of the monetary aspect of things, she doesn't have anything to lose. And because of that, it doesn't matter that she's such a good person, good gambler or not, because whether she wins or whether she loses, there's nothing at stake. So,
Well, it's confirmed for a second season because if I'm not mistaken, like with one ounce, I would say like yes, there was. I also never felt that the pitcher was. I forgot his name. I never felt like he was going to lose. At no point did I feel he was going to lose because one, he just seemed like
right, but yeah. So I agree with you there too. But he mentioned that in his video too. That 1 ounce wasn't about so much about how he was losing or how he was going to lose, but it was interesting to see how he would solve the puzzle. And here, it's not really her solving puzzles. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I take that back. In the first episode, she did somewhat figure things out.
In the first episode, she does that.
But
she does that even when they have. I'm not sure how far you got, but there was they were playing fucking memory, and they were playing like with 2 decks, and she ends up figuring it out. Then
right.
They end up having.
But do you ever feel like it's as clever as in 1 ounce when he figured things out?
I also look at this as a shonen anime. Again, this is like so. Yes, it's not going to be.
It feels more seinen than shonen, though.
It's not a seinen. It's a shonen anime. Like 1 ounce.
I didn't know it was shonen, but I'm saying it feels seinen.
Okay, but if anything, it feels icky. I would like.
You said icky.
That makes sense.
Like I think it's more of that than it is.
There's seinen, there's shonen, and then there's icky.
But I'm just saying, like when it comes down to it, like this, like because the 3 anime that you named are all seinen anime, so they're gonna incorporate a far more
darker element.
Darker element, or even an adult element about it. Not even darker, but they're gonna introduce the fact of stakes. They're gonna introduce, like, even have a character that's far more serious. Like when I think about it,
oh yeah, but
that's like when I had the comparison with who the fuck was I talking to? Well, about Monster, Code Geass, and those 3 anime. All because you have smart characters. All because you have smart characters in them does not mean that they're all evil. That's
I agree with you. But here's my thing though. I think it's I would call bullshit that a shonen anime can't have stakes involved.
I'm not saying that a shonen,
but
but
I'm just saying like I agree with you when you said the
stakes that you probably want it to be.
I don't know. Yes and no. Hunter x Hunter has proved that that's not the case. Like I just.
But Hunter x Hunter also is quite literally. I am going to take every trope and spin it on its head. Do not do that. You cannot compare Hunter x Hunter with any other shonen anime.
I'm just saying it's already been shown that you can do something different in the genre.
I don't know. I really like the what's her name, Midori, the girl with the eye patch. Like she's just one of my fucking.
Son, she really.
She's like one of my fucking waifus right now, man. I just die whenever she's on the screen.
I'm gonna try it again, guys. I'm gonna try it again, and then because
I think the main thing is I think if you just have fun and you just watch it, like it's really fun. Like it's just.
But that's what I said. Like I enjoyed it for the spectacle, and I said that up front.
There needs to be I do think there needs to be like a website dedicated to taking GIFs and screen caps of just reaction faces from the entire show, because there's so much to mine from that.
Actually, the episode that hooked me was the episode where Mary and I forgot homegirl's name, but Mary, they team up and they have to play.
Oh yeah, yep. What the fuck?
I forgot what kind of game they were playing, but they played together. And
Mary and
the way that they, like, if anything, the way that they figured it out was actually really, really smart. The way that they did it was, and also the whole thing is about cheating. Because it's not just about gambling; it is about cheating as well.
Yeah, I you know why I like that episode too? Because like I was kind of hoping, I was like, I wonder if something's gonna happen with like Mary. Is she gonna like they kept following her, and I'm like, what is she gonna be, like the Vegeta of this show? And then sure enough, they like did this like super team up, and I was like, oh man, this is cool as fuck.
That shit was fucking dope, man.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. I think it's fun.
I'm gonna watch from episode 2 on and see if I feel like it gets better.
How about this? I'll tell you my episode. I'm trying to think. That was episode 5 is like that.
Being attacked by a dog.
Yeah.
And also, it's already slated for a second season. So it's like, all right, you know, like, so even if it's by episode 5 and then to probably episode 26, it may end. I don't think that that's a bad investment.
Lay down.
So it's looking like, I mean, unless they do a second season, it's looking like right now,
They're going to do
I'm just bring it back to Made in Abyss. It looks like there's only 13 episodes so far. I really hope that there's more, but I think that's where it's at right now.
I knew it wasn't going to go long because
they're probably
the amount of money that they're putting into this animation. There is no.
Yeah, like, is the quality gone down? I don't think so. I think it all just looks.
It's been peak quality every single episode.
Yeah,
they're probably trying to get people to watch the anime. I mean, to read the manga.
Well, I can imagine that, but so
if you think about it, it's the same thing. Because if you think about it, it's the same thing with what's that? Attack on Titan. Until they saw the popularity was like that for Attack on Titan, until they saw that manga sales were up for Attack on Titan, that's when season 2 for Attack on Titan.
No.
Until then, they didn't. It wasn't until they saw the fucking anime going like wildfire.
So Twan, did you see that poster that Tommy had made?
The big 3.
About the big 3?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tommy has terrible taste in fucking manga. So what else?
Well, yeah, he does. But so, like, to point out,
he's drunk. That's all.
The point I was going to make was that I didn't agree with his big three, but like
I didn't even know what the third one was.
It was.
Oh, it was Black Clover, and this one basically he's hedging his bets that he thinks this is going to be a big deal. And
So the problem I have with the whole notion of the big three because it has to come from Shonen Jump. That's the whole. That's how the whole big three started. It comes from Shonen Jump. That is not a big three.
right, I still think it's interesting to. Well, part of it was Shonen Jump, but the other part of it was too is that the big three was like week after week they were like. So Jacob said it on under my post. Week after week they were trouncing each other and then exchanging places and becoming number one. So like you would have 1 week One Piece would be number one. 1 week Naruto would be number one. 1 week Bleach would be number one, and it was just like a constant rotation. And they never left those. They never left slots 1 through 3 during that period. So like I think it was partially Shonen, but it was also partially the fans too who acknowledged that, yo, these are the largest three that you guys have ever kind of like put up. I also think that the notion of saying that.
Why did they have to fuck up Bleach?
Yeah, because Kubo. Oh, did you know that Kubo blocked Twan on Twitter because
it wasn't just that. It was Viz Media, Funimation. Like niggas came after me, dog. Like they really.
Why?
Because it was like because my old Twitter account, I was really saying, like, I was legitimately saying, like, I want to fight TJ Kubo, and then I end up saying, like I was like getting upset to the point, quite literally threatening his life, and they blocked me, and then they suspended my account. Make a whole new Twitter for that.
Just get at him.
Again, and then they blocked me. So,
well, then at the end of the day, I guess you won.
no, he's dead.
He's gonna show up there.
Because my bigger issue with it is that it was supposed to be the next Inuyasha, and they just shat on it.
Well, first of all,
it was supposed to be.
Fuck Inuyasha. Don't mention that shit in ever.
What?
That's what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be the next Yu Yu Hakusho, and they fucked it up.
Yeah. You brought up Inuyasha. That piece of shit.
I was looking at it on Netflix, and it just crossed my mind.
You
Yeah,
probably don't watch it, ain't you?
I'll sit and watch. Listen, I'll sit and watch some Inuyasha all day. I'm not gonna defend that it's
I sat through the whole series. I watched the movies, and it's still terrible. And but it is the same way how I think Rurouni Kenshin is terrible. So,
Yeah, I think Kenshin. Yeah.
I you know what? I didn't have a problem with Kenshin. I just don't hold it in this like really high regard. Like there's a lot of like I have a friend who's like I don't know, this my friend Jesse, like he holds that to the highest standard of like this is like
but yeah, ask him what happens after what you call it dies. What's Shishio.
Mm-hmm.
Ask him what happens when Shishio dies. Ask him after when Shishio dies what happens. About the series. Actually, he won't tell you. Actually, he can't tell you. Why? Because nobody can. Shishio died, and seriously, the whole it was good for 30 episodes. For 30 episodes was strong anime. After that, it's terrible.
I can see that happening.
Sometimes I have a hard time so Quentin is a good example of this, what I'm about to say. Like I have a hard time talking to people about older content because like people just like they see things in their nostalgia rose colored glasses, and they just refuse to actually view things through reality. And Quentin gives things a legacy path. Like, he is always the first person to hop on a post or hop on a comment, and a message string will be like, "Oh, so you motherfuckers just gonna act like Jordan didn't exist, bitch?" Obviously, Jordan exists. Like every time.
Quentin old, bro.
Huh?
Quentin's old. He's facing his mortality right now, dog.
How old is Quentin? He can't be older than I am.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't need to be old as you. He is old. It's in mind and in spirit. Son is facing his mortality right now as we speak.
Yeah, like Quentin just really gets bothered because what was the one thing that we were talking about the other day? And he was
RKO.
Diamond Dallas Page.
He kept saying he was like the Diamond Cutter. He was like the Diamond Cutter birthday. Like, what? That doesn't matter. Like, he looked like he's like a log just falling on somebody's neck.
Who kept trying to say the Diamond Cutter was better than the RKO? And it was just.
I literally sent him a compilation video of fucking. It looks so lazy.
But like, so at the end of the argument, he came back and was just like, "Look, I mean, y'all right, but like, I just wanted y'all to, I just wanted y'all to put respect on Diamond Cutter." And
so, that's like we talking about rap. He do that shit too. He just like, "Oh, this shit ass." It's like, come on, bro. Stop.
My thing is like, I don't like. I think that the only thing that's holding me back from like completely 100%ing with the RKO thing is that I just hate Randy Orton. So it just sours my love of the move.
I forgot who said it. I forgot who asked the question, and they said, "Isn't the real conversation between?" And I said, Stone Cold himself. It was Stone Cold the character that made.
Oh no, I think I said that. I think I brought that up.
Okay, so if it was you, then I'm going to explain it the same right now as I did in that post. Stone Cold himself, what it is,
made that move
because every time he just looked at you, like if you said something to piss him off just a little bit, he was going to stun you, and that's what made the stun so vicious. But I would say that the RKO is probably the most protected move over the jackhammer, the fucking F5, or the leg drop of.
Yeah, no, nobody. It is protected beyond nobody. Like it's just there is no
nobody kicks out of
nobody kicks out of it. Yeah.
No, like the last person that kicked out of it was John Cena, and that was like 8 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, its tagline right now is "It only takes one."
It only takes one. Yes.
Yeah.
Son.
Yeah, but it's just I can't stand it because like I can't stand Randy Orton. Like I just can't. And
why do you hate Randy?
And I just hate that I just hate that he has like this killer move and it's just tacked on to him.
You know what? I think people hate Randy Orton because Randy Orton is so gifted. Like Randy Orton has he has good in-ring work. Like he's not bad promo-wise, but he's like
promo-wise he's boring. Promo-wise he always just
hella lazy.
He just drones on and says these things and it's just like and like in the ring like he's always a C+ player. Like even on his like that's true. Like even on his like worst day, even if he phones it in, it's a C+. But I think that there's certain people that when he's put in the mix with, he's immediately like an A+. Like when he was
with Batista, him with Triple H,
him with Christian, like I thought they had insane chemistry. Like there are certain people when you put him in the ring with certain people, yes, he can be out of this world. But like as him, I'm like, ugh, like Randy Orton again. And I don't know what it is, but like he can just be doing nothing. Like I thought I thought like the biggest thing like they did was when he was with the Wyatts. Like I thought that was actually kind of cool. Like they were like, oh, he's doing something different here.
What was his thing? Why was he with them though?
It was more so like with any other Wyatt situation with the Wyatt family is that they brainwash a person or like they basically get them to come over to the dark side. So he says if you can't beat them, join them. It was like a whole summer long feud that happened.
Yeah.
Ultimated into him winning the Royal Rumble, and it led to Bray Wyatt winning the WWE Championship. And it was like Bray Wyatt was the master of Randy Orton. But then it was like the turn where he's just burnt down. It was like, it was like if you can't beat him, then, it was just like, oh, okay. Terrible match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
It was a nice build. Like the build up was fucking
dope.
Yep.
It was cool.
But then it just kind of like flattened out.
Yeah. They didn't know how to like pay it off.
It sounds like what Mike thinks. You know what? Do you guys ever see any similarities between comic books and wrestling?
Oh yeah.
Like, cause like one thing that I used to notice about comic books and wrestling all the time, that used to like trip me out and also sometimes irk me is that like you'll be like comics will hit these strides where they're like there's just like some really good stories going on, and then they build up to these crazy events, these crossovers that are going to happen that are going to affect everything, and you're like, oh my god, this crossover. If the crossover is anything like it has been in this book for the last 20 issues, this crossover is going to be the greatest thing ever. And then for whatever reason, the crossover never captures what was good about the book up until that point. Mm-hmm. And it just like, it kind of like ends and then you're reset and you're kind of like left in a state of madness. And
what I
felt
wish,
that way with wrestling all the time.
Yeah, what I wish with what I wish with wrestling right now is I really wish there was like some like Jeff Johns, some Bendis guy to be like, here's the arc. Here's what we're doing with everybody for like a year. And then right in, like come up with all these things, but like it always feels like they're just like
but Max Landis tried to do that, but he said that the issue is that it's not just them. The writers aren't the problem to an extent. Like basically, it's the writers can only do so much, but then like you try to take that story to the wrestlers, and the wrestlers say, "How would I do this?" Like basically, wrestlers have gotten to this point where they only want to do things where they're either getting put over or they're putting somebody else over, and if it doesn't do that,
the problem really is because there's no direct competition to WWE. So everybody is going to go ahead and be like, hey, like unless I'm going to be the feature, I don't want to go ahead and go with this storyline. Like there's a lot of like, because if anything, I would say that the one thing that made Randy Orton a big name as he is now, like, is when he ended up saying to fucking Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero's in hell. Like I'm pretty sure like nobody. But it was also like he was like when Eddie Guerrero died, Rey Mysterio.
Mm-hmm.
When Rey Mysterio came back and he ended up feuding with Randy Orton and tells him, "Oh, you think that you're wrestling for Eddie? Eddie's not in heaven. Eddie's in hell." And like says it mad viciously and gets like this crazy reaction, like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you said some shit like that." It's like,
was it scripted?
Yeah, it was scripted, but 9 times out of 10 it's always scripted. There's very few times when people can literally start going off script. Like there's very few times, but he ends up doing that, and it was just like, okay, you know, he was able to get the fucking heel reaction that everybody was looking for, and fucking Rey Mysterio over. But the issue being is that nobody wants to come out like just looking weak at the end of it, and a lot of times people end up looking weak. Like nobody wants to end up being a jobber if you got slated to be a fucking main eventer at one point.
Yeah, but I think like, but see, to me, I feel like if they do it right, they end up looking like a worker despite losing.
The problem is that there's such a big divide in money, huge divide of money. Like if I look at somebody like Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods doesn't make nearly as much as fucking Seth Rollins, and he's not even a top guy. He's not even like the top guy.
Right.
Xavier Woods brings in more merchandise sales than fucking Seth Rollins.
But Seth makes more than he does.
Seth makes more than he does on a contract level.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, that's how it usually
because
works.
he's considered a top guy.
Right.
Because of it, like his position on the card. Whereas Xavier Woods is a mid-card guy, but he was able to fucking push a serial. He has a fucking renowned podcast, renowned YouTube channel, has sells.
Yeah.
I think he sells like the third highest T-shirt sale.
Mm-hmm. I went to FYE. If you go to FYE, it's like covered in New Day shit like everywhere.
Yeah, New Day seems to be like super popular.
Yeah.
And yet he makes nothing near as much as Seth Rollins. Mm-hmm. And Seth Rollins is not even a top guy. He's a former top guy, yeah, but he's not even a top guy.
No. Did you have you watched any of like New Japan stuff, Twan?
I saw the fucking ending with Okada losing his title. Didn't watch anything else.
Oh, okay. Yeah, New Japan's pretty fun.
Was that a big deal that he lost?
Well, yeah, I think he wasn't reigning for like 2 years or something like that.
Wait, when did Okada lose?
I thought Okada just lost.
Like when? Did I not see that? Who did he lose it to?
I don't know. Son, I don't watch New Japan like that.
I don't think he's maybe, I don't know. No, I think New Japan has the best chance of like becoming like some sort of rival to the WWE, you know.
See, the problem is that not to sound vain, but Americans don't want to listen to broken English bad promos.
Right. And that's where I think the Bullet Club comes in, and that's where, you know, they're
you still have a whole problem. Like,
yeah.
If anything, Lucha Underground with fucking Johnny Mundo and a bunch of other people down there.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched the triple A like Lucha thing on Twitch, and that was like that was really shitty, but it was kind of fun to see what other people consider like the shit in wrestling.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I think it's to a point now where it is what it always has been. It's just that it lost its appeal from when it was in the 90s. Like, everybody just needs to be okay with that.
Yeah.
Everybody just becomes okay with the fact that we're never going to have the Monday Night Wars again.
Right.
We'll be fine.
So yeah, I think something needs to shake it up in some fashion. I don't know what it is. Like, I think at this point the next shake up is like, as morbid as this sounds, like Vince dying. You know?
What will that change though?
That sounds really sad.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like that's what I think is gonna be the next like shake up, because he does have end say on anything that, you know.
Well,
really big decisions that are going on.
You know what would be the biggest thing that they probably could do?
Mm-hmm.
They can make NXT versus.
Oh,
WWE. If they did that.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
Kind of like Ricky's versus Vince.
with
Yeah.
Triple H versus Vince. Yeah, that would probably be the best thing to do. Like wrestle, who can wrestle control or whatever, and like, but it's also just a thing of because Triple H basically he made NXT something amazing,
Yeah.
like something that people people literally before every big four pay per view, those takeover events are fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, they're way better. Like they set the bar, and then it's like up to like I don't think there's ever been a show that's met up to to the bar of the takeover before.
It really hasn't.
Yeah, it's always been like
What is a takeover?
so.
NXT.
So during the big like shows like SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, NXT will hold like their pay-per-view right before that. And then so it's like a two-night thing. So they'll have the NXT pay-per-view and then the actual WWE pay-per-view. And usually the NXT they're called takeovers. It's always some name or whatever.
Like in Brooklyn, whatever. But yeah, like they do wild shit, and the crazy part is that like stars are made. Like if anything, Finn Balor, whole name because of the takeover, fucking Samoa Joe, even though he should have been known forever based off his NXT, based off his TNA work, fucking ridiculous at takeover. Shinsuke Nakamura, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
All the big names that have recently come up from NXT have shown their ass on these takeover events, and they have been so fucking amazing. Main roster reviews, like one, they're just too damn long.
Yeah.
They're like 6 hours long.
Yeah. Raw is too long. I think it needs to be 2 hours like SmackDown.
So, what did they push Enzo back down to NXT?
Nah, he's on.
He's on 205. Yeah, he's on 205 Live.
And the cruiserweight shit, that's been basically like a fucking dumpster fire.
I think it's slowly getting better. I think what they did was they put it out there with like nobody there, and now it's like I think now they're kind of filling it in and building up people, but
they put it with fucking Neville. What do you mean? You mean like a household name?
Well, I mean like Neville wasn't there. Neville was injured. Remember when it first started?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean Neville's like I think he's awesome in his fucking badass king of the cruiserweights thing. I like it.
But see, I think the problem is with 205 Live. One, it comes on right after SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're not going to get that little kid crowd.
Right.
With SmackDown.
Which is what the cruiserweights need.
Because if I look at WCW, that's like WCW did that so well. If you look at their time slots, so what they did is they'll put like a tag team or mid card first, then towards around like the 8:30, 9 o'clock hour, they will go ahead and put what the fuck is that called? They will put a cruiserweight bout on, and if everybody remembers, the cruiserweights would do some wild shit. That's where Chris Jericho became a star. That's where Dean Malenko became a star. Other people became stars, and they just put it at the right time. The problem is that on Raw, it becomes this issue of they make them separate from the entire roster, so they don't even intermingle with them. It just becomes like this segregation, and it's rarely apparent. But it's its own show, and it just had it like on like either a Thursday, probably on a Thursday, and then have it at like 8 o'clock to 10. You would still get your crowd of like little kids and shit.
Ooh, is this another mono green deck?
No. Okay, I just saw it. No, because someone.
Oh, it's a Doran deck.
No, it's not a Doran deck. It's like, it's a modern tree folk deck, and I just saw it on Goldfish. And what's funny is like I've been playing like just for the lulls on Magic Online. I've been playing like I have a mono green tree folk deck made up,
Mm-hmm.
and like I like go on there and like I do pretty good with this stupid deck. And it's kind of funny because I was like, who's playing tree folk? And then sure enough, like,
It's Saffron.
Yeah, Saffron comes out with this tree. Hey guys, this is Seth. And I'm just like, and now McHenry's trying to get all up in my shit because it's like I don't know. I don't know what his issue is here. He's trying to troll me with. I think I post a picture of this. What is this?
What'd you say? You call us magic nerds?
No, magic nerds.
Speaking of, I'm gonna. You know what? Now I am gonna work on that like weird like raid discard list, Paul, for like modern. Like I think there's.
I want to see what.
I think there's enough.
Yeah,
I think there's enough to do it, and I think I want to try and like work on it and make something happen.
Well, yeah, let's plot that out, and then unrelated to Magic, but still trading card games. Gerald is getting like the Street Fighter game in or whatever. It's not just Street Fighter, but like he was showing it to me today, and I kind of want to start playing it.
Is it like CCG or like a board game?
Yeah, it's a trading card game.
Okay.
But it's like not it has Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Cowboy Bebop, and Mega Man, like all these characters. Street Fighter versus Darkstalkers. Like I can't.
What is it called?
I can't think of the name of it though. But it's a company who use like basically all the systems allow you. It's the same fighting system, but they gain the rights to multiple fighting games. Or fighting franchises.
Is it the Universal Fighting System?
Yes, US.
Okay.
Or
UFS?
Yeah. So he's basically like apparently they just rebooted and they're doing like a turbo format. So like the four most recent sets are going to be legal, and I'm like really looking forward. Because like we played it a little bit today and it looks good.
You guys play Versus, the Marvel Versus
yeah. I won $5,000 playing Versus.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I was on the Pro Tour. I went to New York. That was the first time I've ever been to New York. Oh, I'm sorry. As an adult, the first time I've been to New York was to play Versus at the Pro Tour. I remember going to Manhattan and seeing bums on the same boulevard that I saw like the most richest person I've ever seen in my life.
New York is the best and worst place when it's going to be in Atlanta. I'm serious. New York, like no place in New York where one street selling hot dogs for $2 while other people living in a fucking apartment for basically $1 million.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah, so like New York is the best and worst place on the planet.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to talk about I want to try to see if we can get a following, because if we can, like, I would like to hold some events or something like that.
No, there's a how to.
Have you ever hitting up and becoming like a judge or some shit for fucking Magic or something?
Chris's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's a judge right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really want to become a judge. I want to be on the Pro Tour. So that's like my goal.
We'll get there.
Steve just won a pre-PTQ.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought he did it with Dredge, and then I guess it was the other thing.
No, he did it with Tron.
Oh yeah.
I was talking to him tonight. It's funny because Steve had like basically stopped playing Magic altogether.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
I think my only issue with Yu-Gi-Oh is like
Yeah, depending on the format, you know, it could always change.
Yeah, I mean they do a hefty amount of reprints for Magic, but certain cards they just aren't allowed to reprint because of um, trading or I'm sorry, collectors licenses or rules or whatever. So,
Yo,
yeah, Twan, I can't even hear you right now.
Yeah, you're kind of blinking out.
how about now?
Sorta.
I'm saying that when it comes to it.
Also, Paul, I need you to give another try to the Vatican anime.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna say no forever
Oh
on
my
that
god, it's so good. It's so good.
one. Yeah, we're just so Preston really likes it.
Oh
Him
my.
and Paul like it, apparently.
Me and
So you
Paul.
gotta watch Classroom of the Elite.
The what?
Classroom of the Elite.
No, I couldn't deal with that. Couldn't deal with that show.
What show?
The Classroom of the Elite.
Oh, I love it, man. And they beamed it.
Monsters and stuff.
I can't deal with that show. I seriously just watched first episode and I was just like,
Being Kakagiri and you being Classroom of the Elite. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I liked Kakagiri a lot. What's the thing is like I felt I don't know, like I felt like Kakagiri was like more entertaining. Like I know that there's the, you know, perceived non-stakes, but I felt like the Classroom Elite really didn't have any stakes. It was just like, oh, my allowance is gone. Like I don't know.
It's not about the allowance, dog. It's about getting kicked out of the best school in goddamn Japan. Like what? It's the best goddamn school ever.
I guess I don't know. It just didn't.
How is it the best school ever?
Son,
You know, I agree with you.
I
about
felt
the
like
sixth grade.
the episode like left a delicious block of cheese on the ground and it was just like, huh? You want to eat this? And I'm like, nah. like I'll just pass.
son, this school got massages, hand jobs, and fucking days, dog. Like, how the fuck do you hate?
I just didn't. Didn't compel me. Didn't compel me.
I really like the short haired chick who was just like,
I'm gonna use rape as a weapon.
wow, I love her, dog. I don't know what it is. I just love her. I'm like when she went from being like super like cutesy to like just like straight up like, oh, you saw me in my real way? Yeah. Here, I'm gonna put your hand on my titty. And then you can claim rape, dog. Like I was just like, oh, hello. Nice to meet you. Dog. Yeah, that's my type of character. I don't know, dog. Anyway, look, I gotta get some sleep for tomorrow, so I gotta work.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna holler at y'all.
All right. Later, guys.
All right. Later.